Hi, I'm Walmart. You should buy stuff for me.
Okay, so I have a 2-for-1 Walmart and creeper story combined because we were talking about creepers and I love me some Walmart. So I went to Walmart. I went to go buy a lot of stuff, and there was this guy that was just getting like one single thing of cup noodles. So I was in one lane, he was in the other lane, and the express checkout was like, hey, since you only have one item, come over here. And he just ignored them, and he was like just staying like behind me, and it was just kind of weird. So I ended up, like, he finished before me, so when I was walking out of the Walmart, he was like waiting at the door, like and he started following me to the car and like moving really frantically and stuff, and it was just kind of bizarre. It was kind of weird, and since I was never one for self-preservation, I just ended up going to the car. So like when I told the story to family and friends, I was like, there was only one problem with that guy, like if he would have abducted me. And they're like, what? And I was like, he only had one cup noodle.
Don't think I'm not onto you. I know what you're doing.
Our team of specialists will be right on that, sir.
Hey. Walmart. There's nowhere else to go.
So I have a Walmart story time for all you Walmart attendees today. Now, this happened a few years ago. I should add, at the height of my OCD and agoraphobia, where going within like a mile radius of my home would give me like intense anxious episodes. Like I would get the heart palpitations, I would get the you know, like the tightness in my chest. And ultimately, I just felt like something bad was gonna happen. I didn't feel like I was gonna die if I leave the house. I felt that I was gonna lose it, and it'll be a big scene, and I would have to be carried away. So now one can imagine that Walmart is not an oasis for people with mental anguish. It is actually, in fact, a place one would go to acquire mental anguish. So I had spent way too long in there, and I just wanted to go home. I spent about an hour and a half in there, and I was...
I'm not well. I'm not feeling well. I'm not feeling...
So I just wanted to go home. Now, for some reason, it's anomalously windy out. Like, it's the type of wind that is, when people listen to AFI's Halloween, like, that's the kind of wind that they think it is. It's like, Are You Afraid of the Dark windy. It's like, it's comically windy.
I'm just gonna pull back and blow a little more until you can't tell what you can't.
The Old North Wind's rosebud is at its fullest bloom. So I'm trying to dutifully go, you know, put my things in the car, and I'm going back and forth from, you know, the basket to the car, basket to the car, basket to the car. Now, at one point, I turn to the basket and it is gone. It's not there. And I look up ahead, and the basket is a man on a mission. It is gonzo. It is just, you know, 80 miles an hour. It's got velocity. It's got the type of gusto that I could only dream of having in my life. So I'm like, man, I am not wanting to run after this cart. So I try to, like, I trod towards it, you know, I gallop, I clop towards it, and like, sure enough, it hits the cart pretty hard. And now that's bad enough. My face drops. I'm like, oh God, why did this happen to me? Why now? And, you know, but out of, you know, like, in my periphery, I hear, you did not just hit my car. So everything within me rises up. It all connects to the top of my head, and I'm like, just my whole body is ice and fire at the same time. You know, I'm totally frozen. Like, I don't know, like, what do I do? So keep in mind, at this point in my life, I am very, very socially anxious. I cannot have a phone conversation. I didn't even have a phone. Like, I can't talk to people in public. Like, it was bad. So this type of conflict, this type of confrontation was really, really, really difficult for me. So this guy walks up, you know, he trots over, he flops over, and he's surveying the damage. Now the car is a little bit busted up, it's a little bit like scratched up anyway, and he's surveying the front end of the car. I hit the tail end of the car. So me and my great, like, you know, my social grace and my honesty, I say, I hit the tail end of the car. And then with a very visible, you know, with a very visible scratch and dent. So as he's just about to turn around to tell me whatever he's gonna tell me, or to hit me, I don't know. And like, so just as he does that, the big north wind hits a big gush towards us, and his cart with his child in it goes flying across the parking lot. So he has to run to go get his baby. So that gave me enough time to jump in the car and get out of here and leave. That gave me enough time to beat feet. So I did. And then I was so traumatized after that I just never left the house again.
Walmart. Resistance is futile.